Yo, yo, yo. Woo. What's going on? There's a big surprise there, too. Whoop, whoop. All right, let's get this thing rolling. Let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. Yo, what's going on, Nathan? Yeah, I think it just sent the alert out. Yo, Caleb's there. What's up? What's up? What's going on, guys? I think I might have seen it. I've been like really busy throughout the whole entire day, so I might have read it, but I didn't get a chance to respond back. Yeah, Bates said he already DM'd me, said he was already in here, man. He's late. Said he's waiting, and man, he's late. It's not first this time. Yeah, no, so it's crazy. I just installed the new jet trim seat cover. What do you guys think? I think it's a winner. We're gonna call this. So if you guys are interested, you got a GP 1800R. We're calling this now. When you call jet trim, you tell me you want the Beowulf edition seat cover for your Yamaha. This is what this is gonna be now. I'll give you guys let me give a little pan with it. Oh man, it just, look at that. It just matches the stock graphics too. Ooh, blue, yellow stitching. Man, look at that. And then let me skip. Oh, see, look at that with the graphics and stuff. Holy cow! And it's for sale. No, no, there's no like. I pay retail price with all the seat covers and stuff, but they did do really cool custom. This one I asked them just to surprise them. I told them the colors and they surprised me with it. But no, they're awesome. Pay the same like everybody else. Made in America. People working hard to make these things. But it's crazy because it's like I got the old one. I'm gonna put it for sale, but this the light is just terrible to figure out this. But I mean, you kind of see difference. It's hard to tell because so this is the same grippy material as before, but then this is black carbon fiber. It's not black. Well, it's not straight black. I don't even know if you guys can really see it, but it matches identical as the ankle mats, and then we got black carbon fiber here, and then a little bit on the back. It's just, and I'm selling it. I'm kind of thinking to myself, when I did all this work today, I'm like, man, I'm gonna do all this cool stuff, and I want to sell it. That seat was like sticky for some reason. There was like they use like adhesive stuff at the main part of the seat. You don't sell your kidney to buying that wouldn't make sense. So we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff today. So instead of just being all about how I've had a couple of people in the last video. I mean, if you watch my last video where the CD was sunk, so there's some people that just must not be understanding what's all going on. So when you're riding and you're like, I'm already focusing on the waves and paying attention to people. So my goal when I was riding with those group of guys is to kind of lead me the way where you guys want to ride. This is your stomping grounds, not mine. Even though I know where I'm going there, but I want to ride. I want to get them on film, not me just like leaving them. So if you watch that scene where that one guy, he like starts slowing down, and that's right when he must have started having sinking issues. And the craziest thing is it's a brand new freaking machine. I mean, it's wholly insane. But anyways, so because if you remember in the video, there was another kid that rolled up. They had a Yamaha black and green one. So he must have left with them. And then later that night is when I got the photo. Because some people are like, they want to fit. I wouldn't be sitting there. If the person was physically sinking, I wouldn't be sitting there and just watching it. I'd be like trying to help people out. I probably would have been jumping the water saving the kid or something. I don't know. I wouldn't have been just sitting there and be like, hey, we got this on video. But we got enough on video of like a ski looks completely normal before it happens. I mean, imagine if that was the ocean. Crazy. Beat donated $1. Yo, thanks a lot, brother. Super chat. Nathan asked about something. I'm not speaking that guy's name, but I mean, I don't know. He's in there just being a troll. He's a copycat. He's a troll. You a copycat, a sellout, and a troll. Make sure you guys hit that like button. All right, so now, let's get about a lot of stuff. So, reading people's comments. So what this? Let's see, we're here. Nathan says, "You had awful luck with it, my 2019 RXPX 300. Remember the messed up supercharger? Yeah, I remember that." Yeah, no, there were some people I had to say. I made sure my last video it had it where I had to prove any comment because I knew as soon as I had the photo of the guy like what studio on two selfies, I just knew I was wrong. It was just like it was just kind of like the bizarrest thing. It wasn't staged. It was like you say that and then all like, we're gonna go a little down to the Lake Geneva and you're gonna sink, brother. It's not anything. I feel bad for the person, but luckily their season's already over, so it's not the end of the world. It's better than being the season started. But it's scary, man. I'm just glad. I'm just glad I don't have to be messing with Sea-Doo anymore. To be honest, I mean, I wouldn't say that because I might want to say like I'm on to one brand or the other. I mean, if Sea-Doo fixes everything, there's a whole list, but they fix that and it's proven it doesn't have any issues anymore. I'm happy to go spend my money and buy another Sea-Doo we have on the channel. But until then, it's not happening, guys. I'm sorry. Like I said in the last video, with seeing all these issues, you can see the owners in the video. They're all upset. They've had, they all said they sunk. They all have had like supercharger exploding and stuff. And they said they're just frustrated owning Sea-Doos. And then the people think it's like make believe that it doesn't happen. It's like it's cool to be devoted to a brand, but man, when you see it like happening, that's why I sold my Sea-Doos. I wasn't into these games anymore. But anyways, got the new seat, and it looks. I knocked it out real quick today. And it turned out I had to let's get a little closer showing the seat. How about that? Let's have some fun to show. So, make sure we're trying to get as close as possible. So this you can tell is the carbon fiber, and that's the ankle mats. So the blue stitching matches it, and it has a yellow. So look how cool it is. It has a yellow and a blue stitching. I'm trying to hold this as steady as possible because it's not really made to be moving around. I'll pan it slow. And then we got the back. And the coloring doesn't do justice because the lighting changes. So I guess this thing isn't that great to be zooming around showing stuff, but I tried. It's a webcam. It's not an action camera to be moving around. Yeah, the original one, X-Jet says seat looks better than the blue. The yellow didn't match. The yellow is more of a gold, and then the problem is the seat changed colors being the snake skin. Yeah, bases, by the way, I'm the first like. That's terrible. Let's get going. Hit the like button. I appreciate it, Bait. Okay, so who likes squad? Where's it at? Nathan says, well, it happened in the last month. Both of them got stolen out of the driveway and then cut, lock, wheel them out. That's crazy. Kong said about the lighted USB port. When I pre-ordered mine, they asked me just what color I wanted, and if I wanted with or without speakers. So I bet you, if anything, it's a little accessory that you can just buy and put right in there. It's not like something that has to be pre-built doing that. Uh, I don't know where bait. He must be obsessed with CD now. Yeah, Cal. That's funny because at first they're all telling there's a police. The person rolled up, and I wasn't kidding. I was like, "Is the guy kid a cop?" I didn't know who it was, you know. And then those girls, if you saw those, there were like these three girls in a jet ski, and I even knew that they rolled by and said, "You're hot." They fell in the water, and I was more worried they were gonna like hit into us. I kept keeping an eye on them. I'm like, man, they are just like whipping that person off. It was pretty funny. Yeah, no, I don't even know that literally that person left because he was probably helping the other Sea-Doo get back. I mean, it was just crazy. It was so funny because when they had a speed limit there, obviously I was going to be stupid and tell them. I don't know who anybody is. I'm going to start telling speeds and stuff. I wouldn't be too intelligent. I think the USB is like something. It's obviously is not how it's built. I mean, maybe it's a standard thing that comes when you get the speakers. I mean, I was calling to just find some info about it today. I didn't get a call back from Reva Motorsports. Talking to one guy, I call him later in the day, so hopefully he'll call me soon. I had some other questions. Nathan, that's what this is pretty. This is like kind of personal. Well, what do you do for security? Well, I'm not telling you what my security is at my home. That is, I tell you, it's like Fort Knox, your brother, but I'm not telling you how it's set up. It's not happening. Uh, we travel or anything. I mean, I'll show you. Actually, this is, I have it right here. I can show because I took it over there. Usually, well, first thing I'll tell you, if you're traveling, I wouldn't carry two skis with you unless you're in a good place. But I found like this bike lock, big bike lock, and you run it through the strap pin or the strap loops in the back. It's something. It probably wouldn't. I mean, they probably could still take it off, but enough. I mean, I know if I was going back to Florida, why do it to go to dual trailer to pick up all the skis? But I know anybody tell you in Florida, even if you have one ski, the stuff gets stolen. But never leave a ski. I mean, that's kind of luckily where I'm at. It's pretty safe. I have to say. I've never had it where I'm that worried, except there's some boat ramps I stay away from that. But usually when you're out riding for such a short period of time, I'd be more afraid somebody picking up the stand up because I don't know what I'm debating about. Well, I still have to do this video, so I got a Trent Elite trailer, then I got the Trent Wave trailer that's for like stand ups and sparks and stuff, and I got the LT that's like what you go with the Yamaha. So maybe my goal is to put the both the stand ups on the dual trailer Elite. I don't know. I kind of want selling you the stuff I just recently bought because they're all 2021 trailers I just bought. But I don't know. I was on the fence about maybe possibly selling my Trent Wave trailer because I'm thinking, well, I don't know. I'm going to get this cart. I was talking to this one company about a cart, so I don't know. This is my garage is packed with trailers right now. Basically, I was kidding. I was trolling. Sea-Doo. Yeah, no, those girls on that ski was just, it was like, I didn't even hear what they yelled. And when I was in the video, I was like, oh, they're yelling, you're high. And then I was like, that's pretty funny. Usually I keep my phone in like a waterproof bag. I got them on my Amazon store. I don't think I got them anywhere where I can visibly see. I think it's into the house. But on Amazon.com/shop/on Beowulf. I could make that into like a jingle. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's an old bait. That video of the people that got hurt or killed was yeah, so like a month ago, I guess. Pretty crazy. What's crazy is that that all happened and people are just sitting on their boat on their jet skis not doing anything. That's why I always like. That's where you could see in that video. That was prior because it was a prior live stream that somebody sent me that, and that's when you watch in that video where the one where the people are kind of going crazy is like turn back on the ski because in case you had to go somewhere you could get away. Bates it in 2020 14 times when a person left or was ejected from a jet ski or personal watercraft, which resulted in 11 injuries and 2 deaths. Capsizing, which resulted in 1 injury and 1 death. Samir Bay goes, "Are you getting the new RXPX?" Man, you must not been watching the last live stream, man. They're already breaking down and they don't even, they're new. They're not even out yet and they're already breaking down. Yeah, you can find hands, get a restock of them and a bunch of stuff. And I'll put the link with that too. I'm Beowulf.com. There we go. Sam asks, he has a F fix, May means FX SVHO 2020, and Pillar has some dings. Want to replace? Should I replace the stock or new Solus? I'd stay away from Solus. That's just my opinion. I see all the issues. Just get another stock one. It should be, well, I don't know. Purple or yellow? What do you mean purple or? Oh wait, maybe okay. Tamir must not have been on my Instagram. I have to share this. I've been well, technically not. Every time I log into social media, I'm getting Sea-Doo ads. So I'm not trolling them. It's like they're bugging me. So I was like, oh, I just want to read what the comments were. So here somebody goes, and this is like seriously, I could not stop laughing when I found this. The person, Richard guy, says color department must have been a Barney and Friends fanatic, and like literally, no joke. I'm not a Barney person, so I don't know the whole thing. But look at how that one looks just like the yellow color. Oh, I can't even be focused. I'm sorry. There we go. Doesn't it? Seriously. I saw that and I could stop laughing. Oh, it's too funny. I'll have to say the new Yamaha's colors suck too. So let's say that. Let's give everybody a ring in right now. The new SXR 1500, the colors suck. I'm buying the Superjet. I'm not 100% happy with the colors. I'm still buying it. And the GP, I'm not that upset because I know I'm going to just do all this custom stuff, but I'm not happy either. Yeah, I'd stay with the stock prop. If I was doing a tune and had to run the repitching the prop, I'd repitch the stock prop. And the secret is, and I'll give you some hidden secrets. I won't name the names. I'll keep them secret. There's a lot of big name racers. They just run a repitch stock prop. Most of the time, too, when you're in series, you can't change stuff. That's the only thing you can do. But it's probably the safest, in my opinion. That's what I would do. If I was doing more stuff with the GP, that's exactly what I would not put a Solus prop on it. But that's just me. Nathan says, this is funny. He goes, I know you're gonna say Yamaha. One might say Kawasaki too. So, but to replace the RX PX, I think I might get the 2021 GTX Limited. I get Sea-Doo because I know a guy and get really good deals. Got the RXP for 11,000. Well, I know too because I did read your message. You said you're thinking, oh, what's that thing called? I don't even know what's up, man, because it's not even on my radar. Wherever the thing with, I think it's just a Fish Pro or the GTX where can reverse out the prop, and I just don't think that's like they don't fix the carbon seal. That's the most important thing. Carbon seal. That's like the big thing they should be showing they're fixed. Not some other thing that like clean out the. How do you even know that works? I mean, just because they show it, you don't know any of that. I mean, it's like they got to fix like the major issues. Nobody should be buying a brand new ski and it just sinks. And all of them had sinking skis. The one guy who was a passenger on the other RSPX couldn't ride because his ski sunk. I mean, how is this like, dude? If I was them, I'd be like, my hands would be washed to see you. I'd be like, I'm done. I think they are done because I think one of them said they're going to Yamaha. No, you shouldn't do that, bait. It wouldn't be good. I'm just telling you guys, and this is just facts. We'll get into this conversation talking about just if you guys have seen the last couple of years, CD's gone down, and I really think 2021's obviously they're just having press stuff, and the skis are breaking down. I mean, they deleted the post on Facebook with that. Somebody claims they ran out of gas, but then yet the post is still deleted and vanished. Yeah, I don't believe nonsense like that. Buy what makes you happy, man. But I just tell you, you might buy it and be like, I made a mistake. Buy a fountain boat. I have no clue what that is. I watch everybody when they launch boats, and it looks so much like that's one thing I don't miss about him a boat. Look how much of a pain in the butt it is, and they have to have like a whole team of people to launch the boat. It's too funny. Now, a boat I'd like to get. Oh, what James Bond movie was it? Was Pierce Brosnan, right? And the one where Q made that boat. Oh shoot, I don't even remember which one it was. But he had that boat. It was like a jet ski, but not, and one underwater and stuff. And I remember it's a person a long time ago was on some TV show, and there was some guy like in Illinois that bought it and owned it. I obviously don't know if it still exists. That's so long ago, but man, that would be pretty cool to have something like that. Michael asked any info on the new SVHO clutch. I heard they improved something on it. I mean, I don't know until you actually see it. I mean, I think the biggest thing is it'd be cool beyond improving it. It's putting like some type of blow-up valve system stock on it. Is what I think would be cool them doing, but I just don't see them doing something like that. Kong says, Dew says the carbon seal is updated, but they won't say what they did. There's no updating it. It's enough that they did a live stream that even gets brought up. Don't believe that stuff. I mean, just because they said they did something, I've heard from mechanics is when 2019 and up, they went with a cheaper material with the carbon seal that made them even go bad sooner intentionally, just because they're cutting corners. Yeah, that's what I call it. IDF reserve, or Kelp said, yeah, I think the IDF the IDF reverse, I think is a joke. I'm scrolling what he said. When I get wheeze, they wrap around the shaft very tight. Yeah, I don't really think that thing will work. The times I've had stuff caught in there too, well, usually I just avoid. I never ride close to shorelines. I've never really had anything get in there. I mean, I had it at once recently. That's XR right when I was ending the ride. A big piece of wood got up in there, but because you have the open intake crate with the performance one. But I mean, luckily I could get it in. It wasn't going real fast, but. Bait says, why is no one else donating? I don't know, Bait. Call them all out. They all got hit. There's more people in here. Let's see more of these thumbs up. Hit the like button. Come on. What's going on? feed the doggos. I'm right. Where are the doggos? But Ragna is so big right now. I can't be holding her. She's big. She's like as big as she's as tall as Pike now. She's big. I might do a live stream inside the house maybe sometime soon, and then she could have her on the couch or something. I can't hold her the whole time. Yeah, the Sea Breacher. I was looking at one of those. They're pretty expensive. Here goes somebody. Okay, so Cal, let's get on this because this is what I want to talk about. Well, hang on. The Sea Breacher 60 grand is a base model one, and if you want to get any of the really good ones, which is like the better one, they're upwards to like 6 figures. It's too much money. Plus, two, I don't even know how you could dock something like that. It get destroyed. Excuse me, docking it and be a pain in the butt. But I did look at one. So Caleb said you're getting the new Xbox. So okay, let me give a little long story. Let's get about this because this is what I want to talk about because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. So with this whole pandemic going on, I picked up. I used to have the PlayStation when it first came out. So PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I didn't own PlayStation 3, but I've had Xbox since it came out. So like I've had first Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox 360 Elite. And then I had the launch edition of the Xbox One, and I got what's the one I got now? The Xbox One X. That's what I have. Long story on my Xboxes. So all the Xbox 360s I had the screen of death or the ring of death. I went through so many Xbox 360s. It had been like 3 or 4 of them, probably 4. It was just ridiculous. So what happened to me? I'll kind of jump in with a story. So I got during the pandemic, I picked up PlayStation 4 Pro. Just asked something else, want to try it. And so the VR headset, that's pretty cool. Realizing after getting the PlayStation 4 Pro, like I like to play a Warzone. Found the controllers is a lot more accurate and precise when you're playing the game. I actually think the graphics are better because I have a 4K TV, right? So what happened on one day, I'm playing the Xbox One X, and I get the black screen of death. Not the ring of death. We got the black screen of death. So I sent it in, and it took them about like a month and a half to fix it. And they didn't even fix it. They just sent me a new system. So like I basically have a brand new system right now. So I'm like, yeah, well, it's kind of defeating selling something if you just got something brand new. And I like to switch it up because I think that there's some games that like the PlayStation has, and there's ones that Xbox One has. The hard thing, and that's why I want to get your guys' input, what you guys are thinking of getting, because I really don't think there's like that many games coming out that where I don't think that is a rush to go get. I like to hear your guys' opinion. I mean, because the reality is some of these they talking about like the 5K and all this, but the reality is you get a TV that's like that is pretty expensive. So that's where I mean, if you already got one that's 4K, I mean, I think the whole reason they're getting rid of the Xbox One X, because the fan was super loud, and like right before it went out on me, it was so loud. It sounded like you had like a giant fan running, and that's how loud it was. I keep this stuff clean too, so that's why it was a real shocker. And then now the one to get a new one, it's real quiet. And I think that's what the whole Xbox Series X is how they're talking about the cooling, because I think that basically the system didn't even last me 2 years. I looked like I bought an extended warranty for Microsoft when I bought it back in Thanksgiving of 2017, but it didn't even last 2 years and went out on me. It's frustrating. So I like to hear in you guys' comments what your guys' opinion is. Yeah, Kong said, yeah, IDF, one more thing that could break and leave you stranded. Definitely. The more stuff you add, I like stuff real basic. You know, you just like, it's easy to figure out what it is. Ethan says, what's up, Wolf? What's going on, brother? No, Kong, the IDF is only in, I think it's only in the GTX, where it's only the Fish Pro. It's not in all the other skis. They don't have the IDF. It's not why it was being towed. C8 Z06 question mark. Hi, so this whole specs thing, that's another cool subject to talk about. So I saw this breakdown of what their goals or what they're doing with the Corvettes, and it's like 2024, it's supposed to be like 1,000 horsepower, where it's supposed to be electric and stuff like that, like crazy stuff. It's unbelievable. I can't even imagine the next. Well, it's not even 10 years. We're like, well, yeah, no, it'd be like 10 years because 2020, we're almost 2021. The next 10 years, it's going to be like how everything is going to change and how different the world is going to be. Like electric cars, and then like they're already talking like 1,000 horsepower. It's going to be stuff's going to be just faster and faster. And I always thought like 10 years ago, or even 15 years ago, I thought things would just go away and it wouldn't be like it is. It's kind of mind-boggling. You guys don't like. You guys like PlayStation. I like PlayStation a lot. I tell you, I've been giving that. I got the PlayStation Nike shoes. I've really been like when I play Warzone. I don't know what they call it. I don't want to sound like I'm some expert. But they got the big control thing you press, right, which you can swipe and do all this stuff. And like when you're marking like Warzone, when you're quickly like figuring where you're dropping, like marking, I can't stand it. And I just recently too picked up for my Xbox, um, uh, the Elite controller. And I thought like, oh, this is gonna be better. And it's somewhat, but I mean, still, I find times I get to sneak on people and I still die, and I'm like real frustrated. I'm like, no, it's not how it worked. Ethan, if you're interested in the GP, DM me on Instagram. I don't like talking prices and stuff like that. Steve said, my 2014 RXPX blew up after warranty expired. Took to a dealer. All three dealers text said piston ring was defective, pre-existing, and going away with a warranty period. No fault codes. That sucks. It's not cheap to fix that stuff either. That's a good one. Frenzy said, thought on the Taiga Orca electric PWC. That's something like, I don't know. I don't think it'd be smart to go in the ocean. Hitman doted CA 99 cents. I have no clue what the conversion is in that, but thanks a lot for the super chat, brother. Yeah, but electric jet skis, I just think it's going to happen. We're not too far from that. It's going to be soon. Not happening like soon. But I mean, it's cool, but they're just so expensive. I just think spending that kind of money on a ski is just a little crazy. Even if you got the money, I don't think it's worth it. Because it's like when it comes against the parts, where are you going to go? I don't really have any dealers. I think the big thing is when you always want to stick with a brand where there's a lot of them. If I owned a car, I'd want it. Like, that's probably the thing. I'd really like to get a Tesla, or the Model X would be pretty cool for towing. And the problem is the closest dealer is Charlotte, which is way far away. And it just doesn't make sense. I mean, especially too, what if you got stranded? That'd just be a nightmare. Yeah, I don't throw baits. I don't throw the controller or anything. I'm pretty calm on that stuff. I do feel everybody I play with on there, they have no tactics. It drives me crazy. I'm like, you get me in the chopper, yeah, I'm like, get to the. I feel like I'm in the Predator. Be like, I get the chopper and I like want to get all the recons real fast. Like let's get it. Let's know where the end circle is. So we got a game plan. So I want to go, and then also I drop people. And then they're all like going on a loot spree, and it's like, dude, you only need so much. You pick a gun, You got enough loot, and you go to the next spot. And I'm like to them, like, because I don't wear a headset, because sometimes my dogs bark, so when I wear my glasses, I don't like wearing a headset anyways. And I feel like I'm like Arnold be like, get to the chopper, get to the chopper, move. No, it's too funny. But if you want to add me on there, you want to play with me, my username on there is I am Beowulf, all separate. This is like the YouTube channel, and I play that. I'm pretty good. Wednesday, it was funny. Well, here's a good example. So I was playing the Xbox. He didn't get any W's. First time I played back on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Boom, W, first gameplay. And I'm like, man, the controller is just, it's seriously no joke. The controller feels almost like you're cheating. It's just, either it's that good or it feels like you're cheating. I don't know. It's like, it's unbelievable. Hitman said, what's up, Wolf? What's going on, brother? Yeah, electric will take over soon. Yeah, I just think that it's like you hear people like this, and you see who has issues. I hear all this stuff, and it's like I hate when people think it's like I'm making up like fake news or something like that. It's I hear so much that it's just like I don't know. It's sad. I mean, if I've seen a bunch of stuff with Yamahas or Kawasaki's and stuff, I mean, I'd be posting all the time. I mean, I see all these people with the Kawasaki SXR 1500 climbing all these fuel pump issues. But if you look in the shop manual, it says how you replace the fuel pump at 50 hours. And I think Kawasaki has a really good shop manual showing you of like a lot of stuff in depth that I didn't feel that Sea-Doo had all that. That's just me. My IBR goes out on those Sea-Doos. You'll wish you didn't own it. It's so expensive. Try to take it out. That says, now that I'm looking forward to it, Kong said I have a heads tune E85 2010 01 that'll have working around. That's cool, brother. Nigel said, hey there, brother. Shout out from Australia. What's going on? I want everybody to list too right now. Here's the things I want you guys to list. Ready? Ready? List what state you're from, or country, what jet ski you want, what jet ski you have. You got to make sure you let me know that. And if you're going to be getting an Xbox, if you keep in your system, or you get in the new Xbox One X, or Xbox Series X, or the PS5. Let's hear it go. 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 Damien says that the jet trim seat on the GP. Yep, just installed it today. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a couple Instagram stories. I filmed a lot. I've done so many of these installs on. I'm so fast at doing it. I'm like should be a professional seat installer. It makes you. I'm so good at this. I'm thinking like, oh man, I just gotta start knocking out doing stuff in car upholstery or something. I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Bates said the pollution these factories make to produce these batteries for the jet skis and cars are more pollution than a combustion engine for 1,000 miles. Well, no, that's why they had to get rid of the two-stroke on the Superjet. Is because of Australia, and then that's why they get rid of it in the United States too. Why is my phone feeling like it's like blowing up? That kind of stuff being texted to me. Yeah, the crazy thing, a subscriber sent in a comment in one of the recent videos too, said he just had to renew his insurance in Australia. And now he said on his insurance, if his jet ski sinks and it's not from a hole or a crack, like something where the, like he hit something, that he would have to pay $5,000, meaning it's basically targeting people with Sea-Doos with carbon seals and stuff like that. And that's why I told you guys, the insurance companies know all about this. That's why I told you insurance is a little bit more expensive as Sea-Doos. I'm not trying you guys not to get this stuff, but I'm just saying I don't like seeing when people are all upset that all these issues. Steve said, don't get the Model X because can only tow 100 miles on a full charge. Watch TFL truck on YouTube. I have one. They're right. No range when towing. Yeah, now, well, the hard thing is if you go on a road trip, you mentioned that if you go 100 miles and I use that to go on a road trip, that would take like 1,000 miles. Oh my God. You wouldn't be going nowhere. Stuff will change. I guarantee you, and you hear this first, you're going to see like gas stations be sometime in the future be a thing of the past, and there's just going to be these super fast charging stations. Stuff's going to change. Who knows when, but someday. Caleb said, how often do you play Xbox? Pretty much like when I work, I have a workout bicycle, and I play video games when I do that, so I don't get bored. So that's when I'm on there. So it's all different times. Sometimes later at night, yours morning or something. It's kind of fun. Yeah, there's not going to be a full electric Corvette. We're not that close yet. Plus, I don't even know if people would even buy it at first right now. Frenzy said, are you worried about backing down a wet ramp with a heavy rear-wheel drive car? Nah. Probably the first time pulling an Elite, I might be a little worried, but I think that thing, I was just riding around the Crown Vic earlier today, and it's like, well, the craziest thing, let's get out talking about that. I didn't know this stuff when I bought it, so this is pretty cool. So it has carbon fiber Kevlar panels in the doors. Like, I need that, but hey, I'll take it. It has the Mustang GT engine in it. Hey, that's pretty cool. And it has what was the other thing? It's on. I think they used the F-150 frame on that, so it has like a truck frame. It's pretty wild. It's like more and more stuff I see, and it's like for a car. For like seriously, I've been. My parents have like a GMC Sierra truck that they let my brother use, and I recently had to drive it just for a short period of time. The thing had like 100 something miles, not a lot, like 120,000. Thing got really rusted from the salt from the Midwest. That thing just drove like junk. And here you got this car, and that was even newer than the Crown Vic I got. And the Crown Vic I just got these like new ramps to do oil changes and stuff. So I'll do a video. That's probably going to be on my second YouTube channel, Beowulf Nation. Like that's where some of the car stuff is going to be. If the vehicle is used with jet ski related stuff, then it'll be on this channel. Otherwise, it'll be on that. So hit the subscribe button with that. But I got these like cool ramps I just picked up. Make oil changes a little bit easier because the problem is even the times when I've had to use the jack stands on the Jeep SRT, there's really no good places to put that. When I had to drain and change the diff and the transfer case and the front differential, the Jeep SRT was not fun being underneath there. But I'll do some stuff there because I'm doing oil change, upgrading the plugs. I'm going to do the coil packs, going to change the transmission fluid on it, change the diff fluid, and then kind of go through it. I know that the spotlight wasn't working, and I was messing with that today and got it to work. And I'd like to do is upgrade that to be like an LED. I didn't even test it out to see how bright it is, but I know in the past those things are pretty bright. And yeah, it's fun. I put the dogs in there. The dogs had kind of fun sitting there. They're like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool. They could see better out the windows, I think. So it's fun. Yeah, but you got to be worried about rear wheel drive. But it should be fine. I mean, people it for sure can tow the single jet ski. Well, it can tow 4,000 pounds. I mean, I really don't think I'm worried about. And see, look at the seat, man. It's on fire. Let's see if we can see. It's the Beowulf edition, man. Woo! One of one in this. It's one of one, and it's for sale. This thing is like, I actually will have to tell you, I don't get emotional when I sell a ski and stuff, but I will be emotional when the GP leaves. It's put a lot of time into stuff with it, and it looks really sharp. It's actually kind of a sad thing to see it go, to be honest. It's crazy when I look at like old posts even from a year ago where it had mod wise, and I've had it for like what a little over a year. It's crazy. It's looking real good. Seats on fire. I can't wait to get some photos in the sun and stuff. Cleaned it up. I was gonna take photos either tonight or tomorrow. I gotta pull this other trailer out. I'm gonna take photos tonight. Kel said Wisconsin 2017 Yamaha VXR on 2013 GT. SE want to get Xbox Series X. The crazy thing with the Xbox Series X, the first time I'm seeing is Microsoft. You can be on like a payment plan at 0% interest and like $35 a month for 2 years. Not saying you should do that, but if you're time money, at least you get it. But I'm shocked that they're doing that. It's crazy because it puts a lot of those people like GameStop and Walmarts and stuff like that. But I think if I got any of the new systems, it does not need a disk drive because the majority of everything I buy is just all downloads. And I got external hard drives and all that stuff. I just saves a trip from going to the store too. Hitman's at Ontario, Canada. Sean said Brunswick, Georgia. I got a 2013 RXP 260, won a GP 1800. Steve said, always thought CU were the best. Now after the way BRP is responding, not listening to my dealer, I don't trust them anymore. I think about Yamaha because of you. And definitely, I'm open to like all brands, but has stuff. I've seen how Sea-Doo. I haven't had to say Sea-Doo treated me real well either, so it's not like I'm bitter about that. But it hurts me where I've done a lot of videos like promoting the brand, not asking anything in return either, and then seeing all these issues that like I couldn't own a Sea-Doo anymore. I didn't even like making videos anymore with any of the Sea-Doos. And once you get a time where you just don't want to do it, I just move on to something else. Bate said, hey, when he making the Beowulf reaction channel, do live streams, and we sent clips and images for you to react. And react in time in the comments. Yeah, people might send too inappropriate stuff to be doing that. But that would be cool. Hitman said 2021 GP 1800R SVHO on order. Look at your right behind like your cop car. Yeah, what? What is it a picture of? A bear. Michael's here. What's up, Beowulf? What's going on, brother? Ooh, wait, hang on. We're jumping all around. So we got Mark says, order in 2021 GP SVHO. I have a 2003 Polaris MSX, 2002 Polaris Mirage TX 1200, 2000 Polaris SLX 1200, 97 Polaris SL heavily modified. I can't pronounce your name, but he goes, Middle East, Qatar. No lakes or rivers, only salty sea. Sea does the closed loop cooling system bad? Well, the problem with the closed loop cooling, this is the trickery that everybody gets. They think it's all great at the ocean. The same thing is you got to worry about salt wrecking your pump system. The salt water could get inside your engine bay. It could get everywhere, let alone your trailer if you have to put it in there. So there's really no ski that's safe in salt water. I really wouldn't have to say that I really think that closed loop cooling is some advantage at all. I actually don't think so. I think it puts the ski at a disadvantage, especially if you modify it. I think it puts you at a super inconvenience because like even this is open loop cooling. You still have to upgrade the cooling lines in this. The more power you make, and then the problem too is like you can't even change the ride plate on a closed loop cooling because that's part of the ride plate is part of the cooling system. They can all have all these issues to have leaks and stuff. I just, to be honest, I really, all the times riding, I've never been where I think that the closed loop cooling was a selling point. And before buying all the Sea-Doos, I first thought it was too. And then the more and more stuff I learned, I was fooled. I'm not going to have anybody else get fooled anymore. I'm speaking the truth. And you know what happens? The truth hurts. But man, it's cool. Qatar, awesome place. I'd like to travel there sometime. That'd be fun. Yeah, it would be fun. Shoot, I jumped too far. Too far. Steve said maybe Yamaha will be at the Jet Ski World Finals here in Lake Havasu, Arizona, a couple of weeks to test the new GP 1800. Need a reliable ski. I don't know what's going on there. I was going to go to the World Finals last year. I'm not going this year because of everything going on. I was hearing some info. My dad's a doctor in the Midwest. I don't really want to get about it. But, like, yeah, y'all should be worried. There might be a second wave coming soon. But yeah, it'd be cool. Hopefully next year everything's normal, and I like to take a trip to Lake Havasu. World Finals would be on my radar. I actually kind of wish I didn't go last year, knowing everything that's going on now in the world. Wish I went. Wish I went last year. Michael said, Michael, I said, what's up? Beowulf said, hey. Sean said, Crown Vic rides good. I've rode in the back of them a few times. It's funny though when I'm driving that thing, and I haven't even ridden that much. Today was probably my log. Out here we don't have you have like a recycling centers, so you don't have they have a garbage truck come to your house. Like you go there and it's free, so like you can bring that like disposing oil or like tires, whatever it is. You could go there, stuff on my trash there, and I brought the dogs with. And it was like funny because people still, even those aren't used. Well, there's some places I think they still use them. People still think it's like an active cop car, and people are all like going slow, like waiting in the light. They're like, "Oh, is he gonna pull us over?" It's kind of funny. I have to say I've seen people show about it. You got to see it when you're in it. It's pretty funny. It rides cool. I actually think it's a lot of fun to ride. It's basically the cool thing is it has the police suspension, which is basically just a really hard shocks, and that's how I like cars to ride. I like things that have it where it's really hard. Like every time I jump in the Jeep SRT, put it right in the track mode. There's a little knob, and I just love how that rides. And I really have to say, for a 181,000 mile car, the Crown Vic's actually a lot of fun to ride. I'm right now. I want to make sure I do all these maintenance things so like nothing goes kaput. I literally like to keep that thing for a long time and stuff goes and just keep. I don't plan on selling. I paid $2,000 for the car, like a killer deal. I was like, that's a steal for a car, $2,000. I'll take that all day long. I paid like $70,000 for my Jeep SRT, and I'm like, I got this thing for $2,000. This is a steal. I'll take it. Hitman said when he break in a new seat. Well, crazy thing, you guys have seen we got that a hurricane that went up, and then all this. I checked out some of the rivers and they're flooded. It's supposed to be all good, and there's no rain next week. But if it's all flooded, I don't know. My main spot, I gotta go scope it out probably tomorrow and see what the water level's like. And there's been all these like flood warnings, so hopefully I get to break the seat in sometime soon. Michael asked, "What will be your next ski?" I have a deposit and picking up. Picking up 2 skis: 2021 Yamaha Superjet and 2021. Yamaha GP 1800R SVA show. No, you can't scare me. No, nothing scares me. When you're in the water, you got stuff like you go riding and there's like some gator hiding anywhere. Like I went out riding from this video a couple days ago, right? Pretty positive. Like it's every time I turn the camera, something came up. It had to be like a gator getting a breath of air or something. It's like no joke. You go out there, and for some reason, like that kind of stuff always likes to come find me. I don't know why. I have really bad luck. Really bad luck. And Sean said, salt water will kill everything. That's what, like, don't be fooled about that closed loop cooling because it's. Let's see. Yeah, because the problem too with the cold. So what happens? This is the prime reason too that can really wreck your carbon seal. You don't need to flush the skis, and that's why another reason why I don't like the Sea-Doo closed loop cooling. So then you got to flush it, which you have to flush because even when you're riding in salt water, it's closed loop cooling. There's a spider right there. Whoop, run. The salt water is still going through your intercooler. It's still going through your exhaust. That's why they want you to flush it. And then the problem is you flush it too long out of the water, it heats up the carbon seal because the carbon seal needs to be in the water to be heated or to be cooled. I mean, it's just the whole thing. It's just what a nightmare just to go in the ocean. All this stuff you have to do. Be like, don't do this. Something might go wrong. So just forget it. Sean said, yeah, they're tough cars. Definitely a lot of fun, man. Like the little got the Vic right here. Oh, man, where's it gonna go? Oh, no. Oh, where am I? It's right there. Actually, if you guys want to see the spotlight turns on, I could do that from here. I think I can get you guys to come along for the ride for it. Hang on a second. All right. Move the camera right here. I'll kick the spotlight on. Man, that spider is climbing. You guys ready to see the spotlight? All right. Let me find the key. This will wake up the neighborhood. I think it's pretty bright. Oh man, that's just too much fun. I can't. It needs to be an LED though. It needs to be an LED. I've been looking. I checked the wiring on it. I think you have to do is buy a whole different style one. I don't know. I'm trying to become an expert about this stuff. I'm one of those people like I'm really good like automotive knowledge. And the neighbors are probably like, Who is that? Really cool. I love that car. Like that's the coolest thing. It can tow stuff. People put like mud, like all terrain mud tires on them and jack them up, and then like you got a spotlight. I mean, the thing is just you got this huge trunk, and like you can like slide the car, and it's just too much fun. I like the car. Way too. It's a fun purchase for $2,000. Yeah, somebody just said after your last live stream about the new RX-PX, I'm going all in for the GP 1800. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a hot thing. Hitman said I had a 91 Crown Vic, installed the airbag in the back. I would tow my 5-point leader on a trailer to the track. That's cool. Yeah, it's pretty bright. I mean, I got it to work. I was messing around with it, and I'm like, I've looked at the fuses, and then you don't have any. I had to like look online, and then like it's still hard to find all that stuff. And I'm like, you got like a fuse box under the dash, and then you got a bunch of wires that they cut, and then it has this like really cool rail system like where some center console is supposed to go and be moved around, but it doesn't have a label, so I can know what brand it is. So I have to like I'm on all these groups and stuff trying to find what this is because I want to get something. The cool thing too is I got bars that I just ordered that will go in the back windows. So when I roll down the windows, the dogs can't get out, and there's like it's like a prison bars in there. It's gonna be pretty cool. The guy tinted the windows himself. It's not that good, and there's a local place that's pretty good. They'll have to get the windows tinted because it's gonna sit outside all the time. Sean said, "Just still the cage in the side to separate the police from the back." No, it doesn't. I wish it did. This one I was gonna get, it did, but it got sold. It was real far away. But I like to get one of those cages. I don't know. I want to get the canine one where it's a whole thing, but they're not easy to find. But there's places I can see them. There's one in Los Angeles that's really priced pretty decent for what it is, but they don't ship. So that's an opposite coast. The Crown Vic is it's going to be just fun towing it. It's going to be fun towing, and then you leave it at night, and you can like see stuff and be like, yeah, it's pretty. Kevlar door panels. I saw that. I'm like, hey man, I bought an armored vehicle. Cool. I'm all ready. Well, no, so it has a Mustang engine in it. So there's a custom exhaust place. I won't buy a whole system. I just want to cut the mufflers out and just put like some flow masters or something. Will give it that deep rumble just to irritate my neighbors even more. they probably hate how loud. They hated how loud the Hellcat was, and the Jeep's almost as loud as the Hellcat was. And man, we gotta wake that Crown Vic up. We gotta hear that thing roar around. No problems with the GP, man. Awesome jet ski. Kelp said you're gonna do a giveaway at 10K. Yeah, I got this signed Michael Jordan photo that I'm giving away for the giveaway. Let's get it moving, guys. I've had messages of a lot of people unsubscribe because they didn't like how I was speaking about Sea-Doo. I'm like, dude, I'm just telling the freaking truth. Like, what are you going to do? Lie to everybody? Oh, it's the best brand ever. Buy it. Nothing else is better. No, I like to tell the truth. I'm not like hating. I bought all this stuff. I mean, that's probably the most frustrating thing is all the money I spent with Sea-Doo. It's crazy. People don't hear like the truth, man. It's just. The problem is like I own Kawasaki, I own Yamaha, right? If Sea-Doo improved everything at some period of time, which I won't believe it's happening anytime soon. I won't hold my breath on it. But I buy their stuff again, but it's not what just because they sit in a live stream, they fix the carbon seal, which I don't believe that. And plus two, who knows what the hull's made out of? I've seen some stuff where people sent me where they're like quickly trying to do a live stream in a parking lot, and I'm just kind of shocked that that's how Sea-Doo does work like that in some dark hotel parking lot. They're like, "Who got to do a live stream, show our stuff?" I thought they're this huge company. I didn't realize they're like so desperate, and they're all like, "It's not plastic, it's not plastic." And usually, if they're like anything they're really defending, and then it probably is it. Just saying, we'll have to wait and see. Steve said, "What a deal! $2,000 for a cop car, CDU dealer, and Havasu quoted me 8,500 to replace the defective ring that grenaded the motor. The BRP refuses the warranty, and the RXBX 260 is worth less than 8,500 with a new long back. That's crazy." The nomadic hermit. What up, Wolf? What's going on, brother? That's a lot of money. You'd have to shop around, maybe like on uh, eBay, I guess. I don't know. Get the engine. You still don't even know what that. The best thing might be just too is just cut your loss and sell it how it is and get whatever you can out of it. Might be the other smartest thing to do. Wash your hands of it, man. It's not worth it spending more money to give somebody else something that'll be working. Just saying. You do what you want. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like when I was telling my parents about this, I'm like, how these side by sides sell for so much money. Here you buy like a freaking car that can still put another like 100,000 plus miles on it, and you can still dump more money to keep it going, and you pay $2,000 for it. It's really, really, really crazy. Kev said, "You're straight facts, Beowulf." I remember when you call about stuff shutting down for Corona way back early March. Told you, man. I knew everything that's gonna. People like seriously. My parents get all the time. I give them like all these alerts, and even my dad's in the hospital and stuff. And I more know about more stuff going on than he does. And like, cause I watched some like global news. Like it was crazy. Off subject. I was watching this thing that they found it's in December. Another virus leaked out of a lab in Wuhan, not the main one that caused the whole coronavirus. Another one that was this other bacteria virus or something. And I just saw it today, and I'm like, holy cow, that's probably what makes sense of why they were doing all the spraying and stuff a lot crazier, because there were two things going on at once. And yeah, no, I tell you all the time. I remember I had to laugh. That's why I had to laugh when people don't want to listen to what I have to say. And that whole pre-predicting how coronavirus was going to be, people are all like, "Oh yeah, you're overreacting. You're overreacting. It's not going to be." And boom, like everything is like what I said it was is what happened. I'm telling you, I gave a bunch of people like a pre-warning, and a lot of people did listen to me, and a few people were all like, "Oh, you didn't believe me," and all saying all those people that didn't believe me did message me and say, "Man, I should have been listening to you, brother." I'm all getting my stuff down when it's too late. Yeah. But I appreciate that, your support. It's fun doing these live streams. But one of these Crown Vics I was looking at had the like hidden lights in it still, and then when I talk to people, I guess you could get a lot of trouble even just having those, getting stopped about them. I don't really want to get stopped when I'm driving the car. Plus, it's against the law hitting those things on it. It would be totally pointless having some feature like that. Yeah, Steve, man, I would just sell it how it is. Wash your hands, man. Wash your hands. Yeah, no, there was. I was originally nomadic hermit, so the police towers are kind of appealing too. Yeah, it's crazy. I was looking at one period of time selling the Jeep SRT, and then that a dealer had used because you can't really find. It was a newer. I think it was like a 2019 Chevy Tahoe police package, looked, because I liked it because it had the vinyl flooring and pets and stuff. Would be ideal. It looked pretty cool because it had some stuff like some stuff that thing has is like how the civilian ones don't have. I should have got it because now when I look at myself, I was like, I should have bought that. Even though I love the Jeep SRT, but I'm like, uh, um, definitely next time I see one of those. Well, the new ones they got be coming out. We're gonna have like Brembo brakes on them and stuff. It's gonna be pretty crazy. The next generation police SUVs by Chevy are gonna be crazy. Big Brembo brakes. I think they're gonna have 20s on them and stuff. 20 Steelies and stuff. Man, it's like sign me up. Where do you buy one? Carlos said, "What up, Wolf? What's going on, brother? GP looks cool. Great new seat cover. Nice look, man. Yay, and it's for sale too." But no, it looks cool. It's the Beowulf Edition GP $1,800 SVHO. Just wait to the new one I get. What that's gonna be like? People are gonna see. I guarantee what's gonna happen. I'll make it look so cool. Yamaha will be taking notes, but like, we gotta copy what he's doing. I'm good. My limited 2020 GP. Johnny asks, "What color did you get?" Getting the blue, white, and black. But it's not mean it's gonna stay like that. Change it up. Change it up. I kind of feel like these color schemes though is kind of cool how it was done up. Now I really think doing maybe something like that again with the next one. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. Basically, I need to see the ski and then kind of figure out what things I'm doing what. But it's kind of like I think for sure the first thing is going to do a blow valve, probably blow valve and a tune on it. But then it's going to be all going into like the appearance because I'll kind of go off of where everything's going, like the seat, all that. I'm pretty sure Jet Trim will be on the ball. They already have the mats that you can get for the Super Jet. They were trying to see if I want to order one already. I'm like, let's wait till I get the ski. I'll order one. I actually waxed the ski today too. I don't know if it's noticeable, but I did. I did give it a quick little wax, and I cleaned it up because I was going to take photos to have it for listing it, which I still have to do tonight. So I have water out here. Here we go. Some aqua. Oh yeah, with that Crown Vic too, I just picked up LED headlight bulbs and stuff. I'm gonna install that probably tomorrow. The wax I use is all chemical, guys, and you can find that on my Amazon store. I'll put the link in Amazon.com/shop/I am Beowulf. There you go. Yeah, they got waxes. Well, they sell like a whole kit if you want to get that, but then they have like different waxes. I had a boat wax that I used on it. And I did like a quick detailer afterwards spray, and then wiped it down. Somebody just said, I can't pronounce your name, man. It is like, I have an idea what it is, but I don't want to disrespect you by pronouncing it wrong. But he says, I've seen your previous videos. You was a Sea-Doo guy, but you bought the GP 1800R. You went hard on the RXP. Is Sea-Doo really that bad, man? They're probably even worse than they were before. Watch the recent videos, man. One sinking. Like, I mean, subscribers, we can't even just go for a little ride without one sinking. I mean, seriously, I felt like it's not funny because it's funny what happened. It just is that it's just here. I thought it was gonna be fun. We're gonna get some like cool angles, and that's why I was kind of like dodging around, trying to get where we get them. And all of a sudden, like I didn't even know where the other guy went. And the hard thing is you're just paying attention where you're riding, and then all of a sudden the one's sinking. That's just crazy. And Lake Geneva is like you don't realize that lake is huge. And when you're hitting those waves, you got to be paying attention to that and kind of what's going around you. It's just a lot to take in. Sean, if you're interested in the GP, just DM me on Instagram. I don't like telling prices over. I'll talk about cheap stuff like a $2,000 Crown Vic, but not a jet ski prices. DM me on there. If you don't have that, then message me on IamBeowulf.com. Steve said, your seat cover is what the 2021 RXPX seat could have been like. Having you to buy extra items, etc., then have to install it seems strange and expensive and a lot. Kelps, are you on Twitter? Starting to use that more. No, I'm not on anything like that. I don't even know what I would post on something like that. I don't even know how. I've never been into that, so I wouldn't. That's one thing I'm not on. Yeah, no, it's just a lot of stuff with Sea-Doo, man. It just doesn't make any sense. You got to buy all this stuff, and you can't just get something. It just doesn't make any sense. Brazil said I had two friends, Sea-Doos both on their skis, sunk carbon seal issues. One has 80 hours, the other friend has 150. Kevin says, I have a Sea-Doo RXTX 2019. I love this thing. Watching your videos made me want to get it. Cool, man. I mean, there was one time that was a lot of fun with the RXTX, but I just think there's a lot of stuff going on with Sea-Doo, man. I can't promote that anymore. Carlos says, I know I was a little late to the stream, but I'm not sure if you mentioned your next projects to either your GP or the Kali. There's not much. This thing is dead and done, and it's just up for sale. I'm doing videos until it's sold. And the Kawasaki has a bunch of stuff. I have Map Tuner X tune that I'm going to run in there. So I'm running premium instead of regular. I got these Riva handlebars that I'm going to be installing on there. They'll run on the stock pole that will change the angle, which will give me a lot more like shoulder room when I'm on there. And then there's a, you get rid of that plastic throttle lever. Riva Racing sells one like this. So this is what I'm going to be. It'll work a lot better with the handlebars and stuff. Because I wasn't like, I don't really want to change the pole on that. It's pretty expensive. But then plus two, with seeing how adjustable poles going to be on the Superjet, I wouldn't doubt the Kawasaki is going to be like, we got to change that. We have to change it. And also too, I want to state I have my GoPro Hero 8 for sale with a bunch of accessories, like a mouthpiece and the floaty, the two blue batteries, and then a charger system and stuff. So if you're interested in that, DM me on Instagram. I'm just going to be selling that. I'm picking up the GoPro Hero 9. It should be here on Monday. So I'm going to be selling the GoPro Hero 8. So somebody's looking to get an action camera. And I've had it for like a year. I take good care of my stuff. You know, it's real good. I just like to get into something newer. And the only reason I'm not keeping it is I have my old GoPro Hero 5. That's like my backup. if something happened, I got that. So yeah, I got a bunch of projects to do tomorrow. I was definitely on a whole list of stuff. We'll answer a few more questions. We're at the hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to get off. So Steve said, how many CDs have you bought over the years? Is the GP 1800R that superior? 100% is that superior. Wait, it's just other question because it's a quick one. Foxcatcher, how much better would the 9 be over the Hero 8? I have no clue. It might not be better. It might be better. I'll be like, I want the Hero 8 back. I don't know. But the CDs I'm on, so I had 2012. I had a Sea-Doo Speedster 150 supercharged jet boat. Bought that. Paid cash for it. Literally 2 months after buying, Sea-Doo goes, oh yeah, well, you bought our boat. Now we don't want to sell boats anymore. And it made a big pain in the butt of trying to sell it down the road the next following year. And it made a big pain in the butt with getting service, because then all these dealers didn't want to serve, like they didn't have an obligation about servicing them anymore, which made absolutely no sense. It was super, super frustrating. And then when it came 2018, I bought the 2018 RX TX 300, then at the same time, bought the 2018 GTRX. It was a 230. And then I sold the GTRX, bought the RX PX 2018. Yeah, that's a lot of 2018. I spent too much money for Sea-Doo. Too much. Sean said my 2013 RX PX says 44 hours. Honey, would it be safe to ride? I'd leave it on the trailer. Yeah, somebody's interested in the GoPro Hero 8. I got a bunch of stuff where it's bundled up, which is a pretty good deal. So, just the only thing. Well, I think I'll throw in some SD card. It won't be like a big. I'm not gonna sell with the one I use, because I use a pretty big one on it. I can't. I need it, so I'll throw some type of SD card in it. This little bug just dropped in. Fly away, butter. Fly away, little bug. Fly away. All right, so I'm probably going to get out. But thanks for tuning in. Make sure to check out my merch store, imbeowulf.com. That's where you can see all this cool stuff like this. And check out the Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/imbeowulf. Steve said, Wolf, you spent a lot with Sea-Doo. Wow. I know, I spent way too much. Way too much. And then I've done like all these huge videos with tons of views, and you figure Sea-Doo hit me up and said, no. It doesn't make no sense. Thanks. Wolf really helped me out. Picture my new ski. Sean said, later, Wolf. All right, so guys, be driven to win. Be safe out there. I'll see you guys next one. Have an awesome weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.